Okay, so the stream got kicked off. I'm just waiting to see. Yeah, the stream. This is a second stream, so I'm just going to continue. I just hit stream again. Are we still connected to the same thing? I'm seeing comments pop up. Okay, so FYI, as people are coming in, as you are coming in, just a reminder that this just got cut off, and I know it got cut off, but the audio goes straight through. So the podcast, if you want to catch that part, I didn't really continue what I was saying, but the audio is just continuous through. So if you missed it or if you missed some of this, the audio is going to have the whole show. So if you miss any part of that, don't know. Anyway, hit like again. This is a brand new video, but this is a continuation. This is a part 2, apparently. Part 2, but we're going to continue. All right. So where was I? I forget actually where exactly I was, but we'll wrap up soon because we have a little bit of time left, actually. But just to remind everyone, Amanda was asking that she has fat on her upper body and is there a way to target specific areas to lean them out? So it's really, right, it's really the areas of what people aren't paying attention to. People are paying attention to training, people are paying attention to nutrition, but what they're not doing is not paying attention to all the other pillars, right? They're usually doing 28%, 2 out of 7. And that's what I was using the example. Most people are not doing what they should be doing. Most people are not focusing on all the other areas. And they're trying to continuously smash their head against the wall. Like, why isn't it working? Why am I getting results? Why am I getting results? Right. So yeah, 72%. So 2 divided by 7. And this is the same example as taking 2 days off or from your nutrition, slacking on Saturday and Sunday and trying to justify it. It's like, well, you're only putting in effort 72% of the time. So what kind of results do you think you're going to get? All right. So don't worry so much about spot reducing. Train your body, train like a beast, train like a bodybuilder. It's the best way to do it. You know, of course, you don't have to do like, one muscle part a week, but upper, lower, push, pull, legs. Keep doing your training, eat healthy, focus on being consistent, but all the other areas of your 7 pillars. Focus on community, focus on recovery, focus on mobility, focus on mindfulness, consistency, and it'll happen. It'll come over time. That's what she said.
Chlorophyll? More like borophyll.
Next questions. All the other questions got deleted. So my chat refreshed over here in my thing. So we're back live for a few. We'll take a couple more questions. Unfortunately, this is a second part of a video. 1521 part 2, I guess. So this will probably show up as 2 videos on YouTube because it cut off, it bonked out. Lots of fireworks have bonked out for a little bit, but now it's back. Now we back. Yeah, smash that like button again. Part 2, motherfuckers. Part 2. Part 2. Ask Papa Swolio part 2. KK15 Osborne. If anyone figures out exercises for spot reducing fat, they will be rich. That's exactly right. They will be rich. Rich as fuck. That's the magic pill. You're talking magic pill. What do you find is the best time of day to work out? I personally don't like working out at night. I keep on feeling like my schedule just keeps on pushing me later in the day, training later in the day. When I used to go to the gym, it feels like that was better for me. Here, it's kind of like a middle of the day type thing. So far, I'm still playing around with training at different times, but I don't like training later on in the day. I like getting it done earlier in the day. Thoughts on carnivore preference? Do it smart, nose to tail, be careful, grass-fed 100%. My first question is why? A lot of people go to extremes to solve fundamental habits. You don't have to. Personally, I think I could, I'm sure I could do it. Like, I don't want to say I'm carnivore right now because I'm not, but I mostly just have like meat and fruit and some veggies and stuff. But it's not for everyone, just like vegan's not for everyone. It's very extreme. Let's see here. Yeah, morning. I mean, I like the approach. I like the approach to training first thing in the day. I always have. Um, but it depends. Some people like they work long shifts and then when they get off, they like to go work out. A lot of people, I mean, you could drop this in the comments. Do you like to work out? Do you like to train to work off stress? Like when you're stressed out or you have something bothering you, do you like to go and work out? Do you find that therapeutic? Because for me, if I have something in my mind, if I have something that I'm thinking about that's distracting me, I can't train. I know a lot of people when something's bothering them, they go and they work out hard. I can't do that. I can't focus on my workout. It's like the other way around. I have to be of a clear mind to work out. So a lot of times it's good to do it first in the day, like earlier in my schedule, because there's less things for me. There's less opportunity for my brain to turn on and to get sucked into other stuff. Because once I turn on my gear, once I turn on my computer and my workstation and stuff, it's kind of like I'm going to be, you get into like work mode and I'm just getting into like content mode, filming, thinking, always. So I'm more and more mindful of when I actually make that start. Like, okay, now we're going to do work here. Because it's not really when it comes to putting in, whatever you're doing in your life or with training, quantity matters to an extent, but also quality. So like, what are you doing with the time that you're spending? Because there's a lot of times when, and I think that's what gets a bad rap when it comes to like public thought in terms of how many hours a week you work. It depends on what you're working on. It depends on what you're actually putting time into. Because some things you can make a lot of progress by actually putting less time into. Like when it comes to like training and lifting weights or certain things, a lot of times people worry about one aspect of their wellness way too much and they don't focus enough on other areas. So it's not that they don't have time to add more stuff. And a lot of people say, oh, I don't have time for yoga or I don't have time for this or meditation. It's like, well, you don't need to train and lift weights in the manner of what you're doing. You also don't need to run 7 days a week. Like people don't, or they'll go too far in one direction and they forget other areas of their life that are important. Now, this is very subjective. That's very subjective. Like everything I talk about is very subjective. The reason why we have the 7 pillars is because those things, no matter what else you're doing, even if like whatever kind of training style, like these are principles that are just foundations for being human. They're just a very good framework for pursuing anything else above it. And whenever it comes down to wanting to make more progress, whenever it comes down to, okay, I need to bust through a plateau or get to that next level, a lot of times, and I was having this conversation with King D, you have to go back to the basics and go back to the foundation. And a lot of times I find that you just get to that next level by going back to the basics. Make it more fundamental, make things more simple, make things more, literally this, do more with less. Give yourself less tools. Well, what happens here? I think that's why I'm enjoying working out at home so much. I think that's why even if I could go back to the gym, I don't want to, because I really do feel like that's probably some kind of like psychological challenge for me. It's because I have less equipment here than a normal gym. Hey, kind of like, are you good enough or can you actually hack it? Can you actually maintain or keep training and do this with less? So it's an interesting, I realize I kind of challenge myself and I push myself to different types of limits by limiting myself in that sense, and it's not the same thing as throwing a roadblock in my own way. It's challenging myself to level up with less stuff. It's almost like it's just simplifying stuff. It's not the same as minimalism, but it's an interesting, it comes from my favorite quote. And it's all about trimming the fat. It's all about getting rid of the excess. And most people just keep around too much bullshit in their life. And that comes to people. That comes with not living in the present. That comes with not practicing mindfulness and eating healthy and having a clouded outlook on things and being stressed and not managing that stress. And It's stuff you learn over time, and I'm still figuring shit out. We all are until we die, but it's it's a great jump start. It's a great leap forward, actually going back to the basics. You actually get more. I just think it's more beneficial. It serves people better. People are worried often about like the frilly stuff. Like, hey, what supplements? Well, I mean, yeah, supplements can help, sure, but like what else are you doing? Like what comes before that? What comes before that when it comes to nutrition? What comes before that with how you look at your body? What comes before that with, what environment are you in and what are you up against? What comes before that right? Like what's your intent? What are you trying to do? What's your mindset with what kind of goals you're trying to achieve? How are you conceptualizing those goals and those checkpoints? Are you weighing yourself all the time? Are you obsessed with metrics that aren't going to be fulfilling long term? So these are all risks that can, if you mitigate these early or you start the right way, you're going to you're going to avoid the risk of having these like catastrophic breakdowns and crises and shit later on if you create that better foundation. If you have it better from the start and have it locked in from the beginning and you know that direction and you know where the seeds are growing from, you're going to have bigger trees, bruh. What's your hair care routine? I saw your latest Insta post. Which one was that? I don't even remember what I posted. What's my hair care routine? I wash it. I honestly, it's because Mama Swolio is the one that cuts it and stuff, but I shampoo and I condition. It's genetics and diet. I mean, I get tons of fat. I get plenty of collagen, bone broth, all sorts of stuff. So my diet is very, very biased towards skin, nails. So it's not, I mean, what kind of shampoo? I don't remember. I don't know. It's whatever Mama Swolio does. It's whatever fancy stuff she likes to get, whatever whatever it is, something fancy, something fancy. But I don't shampoo it. Like I don't, because I would just strip the shit out of it. It would just get so fucking, because I'm always sweating and stuff and going to the sauna. So I don't necessarily, but it's not dirt per se. So I don't shampoo every day. Otherwise, you ladies know what happens. Can't do that every day. Vidal Sassoon. No, I don't know what it's called. It's not that long now. It got cut. There we go. It grows fast though, so faster. Shaving cream. Shaving cream. Shaving? No, no, no. Don't shave. Dun, dun, dun. Let's see. Catherine. Bald acceptance. Just bought resistance bands today. We still have access to a gym, but trying to make my workout gym agnostic. Already know it's a good investment. Thank you for the recommendation. Yeah, I really think that's part of why I like training here. I mean, it's convenient, but it's also a challenge. It's a challenge for me too, because I know, like, look, I totally should, and I still get to have the same. Do I miss the gym? Yeah, in many ways I do, but it's just the convenience of having it here. I just need to like, I'm still working it into my routine. I'm still getting the feel for it. It's still so new. It's still so new, but I do appreciate like what I've learned about myself, the past couple months, and also what I've learned about myself when it comes to training and what I'm interested in. And I think another thing, this is literally the longest time. I mean, of course I've been lifting like crazy, but this is the longest time I've ever been out of a gym, as with most people. But what I've realized is, man, it's the longest time I've been out of like an actual gym. I've been training here, of course, but a gym. I think I was just completely just exhausted. I think I've just been completely exhausted from being in a gym atmosphere. I mean, ever since I started lifting, it's always been, I've never trained at home. I mean, I did that one summer so I shouldn't, let me rephrase. So one summer I did in the basement, but with the barbell, like, I don't know. Yeah. So that one summer, okay. But that was still, what was that? That was still like 17 years ago. So yeah, I think it was it's one of those things where just kind of burnt out from being in that environment to an extent and enjoying the new challenge of doing stuff here. Plus, get awesome content for anyone that does train at home. And plus, I have so much content from training in the gym and anything that is demoed with a home gym. Like I have all the stuff. Like I said, I have all the stuff I need except the barbell, but everything for demos and shit like that. So it's cool. It's cool. It's a cool challenge. And so far, it's been interesting. I'm so much more mobile than I ever have been. It's feeling good. So I'm just going the direction of feeling good. If I feel good, I'm going to keep going that direction. Try to shut out my own identity and make sure that I don't push back against what feels good, for my body now. Because it's hard sometimes when people start training differently. And if you're used to training a certain way, it's a big shift, but it's a nice new stress. "4 months out of the pool for the first time in 14 years was a major change." Yeah. Yeah. It's just different being here and not being it's different. I don't miss like the fluorescent lights and shit. That's probably why I probably like a lot better. Plus it's not, it's nice. And that's one of the benefits of having a full blown home gym, like a full blown one. You just do whatever you want, whenever you want it. It's like squat racks open. You don't have to worry. It's like you want to train. It's like the squat rack's open all day long, baby. It's open all day long. When do you want me? When do you want me? You want to squat? You want to lunge? You want to do some kettlebell swings? You want to fucking bench? You want to get yoked? You want to lift? It's like, let's do it. You want to lift? Let's do it. Let's do it. That's what's cool about a home gym. Like those dumbbells are always looking at me like, why aren't you lifting me, pussy? Yeah, I'm waiting for you. I'm right here. I'm right here. It gets in you. They talk to you. She's fucking on my case half the time. Do more with less. Me, bitching and moaning. What does that mean? Can Eli's snatch happen? What does that mean? What are you talking about? Snatch equals strength, mobility, conditioning, Facebook, FB. Can Eli's snatch happen? Is there a reason I shouldn't be snatching? It feels so right. The fuck are you talking about? What just happened? What? Snatches are great. The movement snatch. I mean, I do kettlebell snatches. I think kettlebell snatches are great. I did them today. I did kettlebell snatches today. Like with a bar, I feel like that's kind of shit that can fuck you up. I know a lot of people do them. That's fine. But like kettlebell snatch is so much safer. I don't know. I like it. I love just doing that. Oh, such great mobility. Great for the shoulder. I mean, once you work your way up to it. But I do like snatches. But I just do kettlebell ones. There's an experiment where some Instagram celebrities were asked if they would promote an imaginary diet drink, even though it has cyanide in it. An experiment? You mean they were told it has cyanide in it? What do I think of that? I don't think you should be drinking cyanide. I don't know anything about what you're talking about. That sounds ridiculous. That sounds ridiculous. Don't consume cyanide. Not good. Play snake reptiles. All right. What's up, Twitch? Ask Papa Swolio. I made bone broth for the first time last week, and I don't know if I did it right. Am I supposed to clean the bones first or just toss them in as is? The color of the broth seemed lighter than pictures I saw. Did I use too much water? I have an 8-quart slow cooker. To be honest, I don't even know what mine is. So I don't want to tell you right or wrong, but the way I do it, I put in like 6 pieces of bones. It's like 3 pounds, I guess. You want to cover the bones with water. You want to make sure they're like covered in water, filtered water. And then I put in a couple tablespoons of apples or Bragg's apple cider vinegar. Helps like pull the nutrient minerals out of like the bones. And I put it on high until it's like, boiling, simmering, and then I turn it down to low and I leave it in there for like 48 to 72 hours. I don't know if I have an 8 quart. I don't know what I have. I don't know what mine is. It's pretty standard. It's one of those like $30 ones from Amazon. What are those usually? What are like the oval ones usually? Is that 8 quart? Would that be 8 quart? I don't know if it was 8 or 12. I forget. So I don't want to tell you the numbers, but I don't know how long you did it for. And what kind of bones? Was it like grass-fed bones? Barbell Eli snatch? I don't understand what that means. What's a barbell Eli snatch? Are you talking about Eli? Like that asshole? What does the snatch have to do with it? Christine, I want to buy barbells so I can work out at home. Is there a barbell brand you would recommend? No. I would just YouTube it. I would just go on YouTube and type in, barbells for home gym. There's actually a great channel. This guy goes over a lot of equipment. I think it's like Garage Gym Reviews or something like that. If you type in Garage Gym and stuff like that, his stuff pops up. He has a big channel. So it'll give you a lot of ideas. I'm sure he has like comparison videos. Cause to be honest, I've only used, I don't have a barbell here. So I've never, like if I was going to purchase a barbell, I would have like information. I'd be like, oh, this is the one that I have, because I would have done the research and ordered one. At least I'd be like, hey, this is one I use and I like it. I don't like it or whatever, but I've only just used whatever gyms have. And I never actually looked at what the brands were. So I actually have no info on that. The barbells that I used would just be whatever the gym's got. That's the bar I used. But there are there's a ton of different bars. Like there's a whole world of barbells. And there are tons of different types depending on what you're doing and what weight and what kind of like bend you want and material and the bearings. Like people get really fucking particular about their barbells. Sky, you've either had way too much speed, caffeine, or I don't know what you're on, but you're all over the place. You're spamming the chat. You're excited about that snatch, huh? You're super excited. You're excited about that. You're really into that powerlifting shit. You can't stop talking about it. It's all good. It's all good. Sorry, we'll quiet down. It's okay. It's okay. That was funny. Kind of person that like you don't send one long text, you'll send like 17 texts, 17 individual sentences. I do that sometimes. Yeah, I mean you can go to Rogue. I mean that I've gotten a bunch of stuff from that. But from my experience, like the Rogue kettlebells, a lot of them are I've had a bunch of like misshapen handles and like different angles and ridges, like shit that's like I gotta fuck my hand up if I do snatches with that. You have to like file it down. So it depends on where you get them, and you do get what you pay for. I mean, you definitely get generally good quality, but I've had kind of like mixed quality with Rogue kettlebells, for example. But I'm sure their barbells are a little bit more universally. I would assume they'd better. I think they just white label kettlebells. But from like this whole shutdown period, they were the only company that was like getting him back in, really, that I was seeing. So, all right, I am hungry. It's time for dinner. It's time for din for Papa. Just taking some questions. Kind of a chill session. We had that little hiccup. FYI, this is not just a short episode. This is a part 2, so I got disconnected for the first like hour. We're just talking gym stuff right now. Scrolling through. Got Swolio. Nice. I didn't see this post earlier. Got Swolio gear on for some clips. Sweet. Tag me. Tag me up. Yeah, I did see that about. I do agree about seeing all your posts about the snatch Sky. I love I love kettlebell snatch. It really helps. It's great with the shoulder. That overhead position. It's great when you open up the shoulder progressively. Like obviously if you don't have that kind of like range of motion, you just go and just start fucking crushing overhead stuff. You can definitely irritate. But when you open that up, oh, it's so great. Even just doing like what do I call it? Like a Statue of Liberty, just holding the kettlebell up, just walking. I call it Statue of Liberty. I don't know if that has a different name. But just walking around, just really getting that shoulder, that final position. Oh, it's so good. It's like a dead hang. You combine that just with dead hangs and just hold it there, kind of like just move it around a little bit. Oh, it's so good. So good. Annika, did I forget to thank you? Maybe. 90-day dash got me to sit lower in the water due to fat loss and muscle growth. I'm getting faster besides being under the water. Nice. Very nice. It got you to sit lower in the... Sweet. There you go. Unexpected benefits. Now I'm going to add that. One of the benefits of 90-day dash, you're going to sit lower in the water. Fire up. Where can I find daily 95? What does that mean? What do you mean, like number 95? Like the video? Oh, I don't know. YouTube has them all. Might be on the other channel, like all the way back there. I have no idea. Just type it in. If you don't see it, who knows? I have no idea. Daily episode on the Swolenormous channel. Those were all on the Swolenormous channel. Maybe you have to, I guess, search for it. It isn't there. I don't know. No fucking clue. I love how you asked me, like, where is that? Like, I don't fucking know. Episode 95. I have no fucking idea. I barely know what happened yesterday, let alone. I have to think. I have to think about yesterday. No idea. I don't watch fitness YouTubers. My favorite? I don't watch anyone. I don't watch anyone's content. If you have like, I legit do not watch anyone's content. So like the only people that I know, like the only people that I've like talked to personally, aside from that, like in what sense? Oh, you mean like my favorite, like people that I talk to? Like, yeah, I haven't spoken with Alan in a while, but yeah, I like Alan and Michelle and Dave. I mean, but I don't like their content. Like I watch Alan's content, but not lately. I don't know. And that's literally not like, I'm just not going to lie to you. Oh yeah. I'm just not going to like, it's not that. And this is not coming from a place of like, I think I'm better or anything like that. I literally do not. Anything that I usually watch is not on topic. It's not fitness. I don't spend time consuming fitness content. It just doesn't apply. It's just not, it's not what interests me in that sense. Like, well, I don't want to look at, like, I don't look at like squatting video. I don't. Well, you can also listen to them online. SoundCloud has all of them too. The earlier ones. Who do I talk to and know personally? I've had on the podcast Michelle from My Thoughts Will Probably Offend You, Alan, John. Those are the only people that I've spoken to. And legit, like I know I make videos about different people. You know, I rail on the mukbangers, the face fuckers, and shit that I don't like, but I don't absorb the content. I'll be the first to tell anyone, like, oh yeah, I'm not doing a library of research. I just go by off the content that people put out and what their intent is on putting it out. And then I rip what I need to rip and we have fun, but I still send my message. So yeah, it's just literally, I cut out so much shit. I don't really see anything and it's great. It's great. So I can create, I'm in creation mode. And usually when I watch stuff, like when I watch things on YouTube, I'll watch things on psychology or philosophy, or I'll watch, or maybe comedy and like camera stuff. I watch like camera reviews and things like that. I watch a lot of that camera and audio and tech type stuff. That's really when I consume content, it's usually stuff like that. And I listen to podcasts. That's really what I do more. With the amount of content we get in X, there's no way Papa can spend any time watching YouTube videos. I'm trying to think of like what I do watch. It's usually a lot of reviews like that. But I think that's a good idea for most people. I think it's a good for I think it's good for most people. It's smart. It's really like to cut out the noise. And it's about like, you know, quality over quantity. Make sure that you have good things that are inspiring. You're learning something, learning a skill, learning a technique, you know, developing your craft. But I'm just, you know, like everyone else was saying, yeah, I mean, I'm making so many videos a day, like posting a few extra thirsties a day, Ask Papa Swolio. There's a lot of stuff going on. Not to mention I'm texting a lot of you every day, Swole text, and we're doing the podcast. So yeah, it's just, it gets to the point where, and it gradually got there more and more, where it's just like, it's not even that I don't want to, it's like, I don't want to, it doesn't even register. It's just, I got so much stuff I'm doing. Just focused, fam. How do you comment on videos you don't watch? Well, I watch enough. Look, the thing is with online videos and commentary, like even Extra Thirsty are just snippets, more like the breaking news. But when it comes to, I definitely like when I make comments, I make comments about and commentary about what I'm covering on, but it's just focused on the message that I'm getting across. The thing is about like YouTube. The thing is about YouTube with YouTube commentary is no matter what, there's just so much information and so much content that everyone puts out. So you're never going to get all the information. So if you're looking for authenticity, if you're looking for intent, and then you're looking at through the lens that I'm looking at it, that's why I'm able to do what I do in the manner in which I do it. It's the perspective and it's the intent of my message and what I'm addressing specifically. But I don't sit around watching just hours of videos every day. It's not worth it. Keep the noise out. Focus on the things that you need to focus on to do what you need to do. Block out the noise. Do I get random and weird texts on Swole text? No, we're good. No, I'm good. Do I like Joe Rogan? Like, do I like him or do I like his podcast? I love his podcast because of the breadth of people that come on. I like his podcast for exposing exposing me to different people. Um, I'm very, very fatigued of a lot of things that sometimes I mean, I wouldn't say I agree with everything he says, but sometimes I'm just like, or like it's, you know, I try not to, I stay plugged into it because it gives me an idea. It opens me up to different people. And then I go down those rabbit holes and I listen to their stuff and I, check out their podcasts or their books and things like that. And it opens me up to different things and different avenues. But sometimes, the episodes are like, ugh. But I listen to it more for like where I can go from there. You know what I'm saying? So there's been so many amazing podcasts and stuff that if you're only listening to that and you're not exploring and you're not going down the rabbit holes and you're not going down some of those things that get you interested, you miss out on a lot of awesome content. It's all about wanting to learn. A lot of people a lot of people don't want to learn. And a lot of people avoid learning after they get out of college or they get out of high school. If you want to learn, there's so much information. I mean, I taught myself everything about video editing and podcasting and streaming. Like I know anything when I started. It's all free online. I mean, the effort wasn't free and the hustle isn't free. It takes time, effort, attention, sacrifices, but everything I've learned, I didn't go to school for like computer shit. It's practice. That's another interesting point. And I mean, everyone can be an individual. Sky Friday said, Papa's an individual. And that's true. But the reason why I am, and again, this is not like an ego, like, oh, I'm better. I don't watch anyone's stuff because I'm better than them. It's not. If I want to stay myself, really, if I want to stay myself, I can't be absorbing everyone else's shit. So if I want to make content my way in the manner in which I truly like to, because when you watch other people's stuff too much, you tend to like make content like other people. You tend to do things in different ways and you tend to lose your originality because you just blend in. Even if you get really popular, you tend to blend in. You tend to blend into how other people do it. And if I don't absorb it, if I just ignore most people's shit, then I'm not influenced by those types of things. So my stuff stays unique. It doesn't mean I'm not aware. It doesn't mean that I don't know who, I don't know someone's name. I just don't watch their videos. Because then that takes time. That takes 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. That's a lot of time every day. Especially when you're trying to do it yourself. If you're just consuming content, it's like, all right, well, then whenever you're consuming content, that's your thing. Natural Hulkster has 3. I don't know who that is. And they're not positive. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care who makes a video on me. I don't care. Like I truly don't care. Eli version at the end. Is that Beesh Tess Hornaday too good to show up at the end of your videos? Yeah, she's fucking, she's flaunting it. Yeah, she doesn't give a shit anymore. She doesn't give a shit. Maybe I'll get her to come back. You show in the path to be an individual, but it's become more of like, it's become something I'm actually consciously aware of. You see that, and that's why everyone becomes noise. That's why everyone becomes noise. Even if you're popular, you're part of the popular noise. And if you don't want to be the noise and you can't, I don't know, the only way to be an individual is to not absorb what everyone else is doing. You know how people like absorb accents and mannerisms and phrases and, little sayings, and I just don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. And it will happen whether you like it or not. And just watching videos. Like listening to a podcast is great, because listening to a podcast, you hear how people talk. You hear conversations, you hear full thoughts, you hear discussion, you hear all that. That's cool. Even just for a fucking YouTube video. Even for a YouTube video. I mean, you can't take those things, you can't take them that seriously. A YouTube video is edited, it's uploaded, it has cuts. It's like if most people don't know anything about editing. Like when I make a video, there could be 100 different ways the video is edited that would come off a complete different way. An edit will make it either aggressive or not aggressive, or extremely insulting, or like it changes everything. So you're never going to get your point perfect in a fucking video. And that's why I do the podcast, because we can talk about things. I can answer questions. We can engage. That's why I do different types of content everywhere. But people just, they just become part of the background. And look, that was the other day. The other day was the card. There's no traffic, or there's less traffic on the extra mile. If you want less competition, in the sense of if you want to break through the noise, then build your own fucking road and there's no noise. That's why I do my shit my fucking way, because I don't have competition. I don't. And it's not an ego thing. It's just, I don't have competition. I'm doing my thing my way. I'm competing against myself when it comes from that. Like, I'm not trying to go head to head with anyone. I don't care. Everyone thinks that there's just, it's us versus them, this, that, and the other. There's different things that we push back against, but in terms of, this is the Swoleverse. This is the Swole fam. It's a whole other entity. That's a whole other ball game, fam. That's a whole other animal. You got to be your own competition. That's the end game. It's like you're your own competition in the best way. You're always pushing yourself and you're doing better and you're constantly growing and learning and developing. And if you're absorbing a lot of stuff, too much culture and too much of that noise, then you just become it. And then it just become part of the blob. Blob, the noise, the distraction. And you just become some old talking head. Annika, trending usually means you are extreme, the same, or abrasive. Well, I mean, trends can be good and bad. I don't know. I do so much online. I create so much content. And if you think about creating content, it's like a piece of you. A lot of people drain themselves. And a lot of people drain themselves by doing too much or posting a video every day or doing this and that. A lot of people burn out. I have a card on my wall. It's like, you don't have burnout. You lose purpose. It's like, I don't burn out. I might be tired, or I might have a busy day, or I might be doing a lot of stuff, but I don't get burned out in that sense. It's like, I'm fucking still going. I'm still doing it. Like, this is all going to get done every day. So to protect myself, I protect myself. I block out everything because I cannot have anything. Like, whoever said that, some dude made 3 videos. I hope he makes 10. Keep making it, bro. That's what I did. I make videos about people. Good. I get it. I know how it's played. Fucking make videos about me. Go for it. Again, go. Make more. Make more. Take this. Use it as a clip. I don't give a fuck. It's fine. Make it. And you have to have that mentality. If you're going to post online, if you're going to stick your neck out there, man, with the shit that I say, I know it's there. I know people aren't going to like it. That's a guarantee. So the question is, like, how do I internalize that? I know they're not going to like it. So you make a content, it's like, let's see how much they hate this, or let's see who this pisses off. You know, whatever. Yeah, it's live. So people aren't going to like your stuff. It's all good. But you have to block it out. I have to block it out. Can't be watching people's shit. Can't be looking at all the comments. Can't be fucking like analyzing. No, that's why it's so much volume. It's just more. Those fucking blinders on right here. We're here. We're doing our thing. It's all good. All the other stuff is just noise. Envy Spice, you're welcome. Papa, thank you for your honesty. I've been unhealthy like so many others. In this world, you have helped me so much with your insight, and I thank you very much. I have changed and I love it. Well, I'm glad to hear it, Envy. Very stoked to hear that. Thank you for your comment. Well, me too. Annika says, I'm not a cookie cutter kind of person. I like being unique. Me too. And I've actually always been that way. I was never in like frats. I don't like being associated in groups like that. I don't like being attributed or categorized like that. I never liked being in that kind of situation. That's right. Too much noise makes you a part of the noise. I've been so much happier worrying about me and what I can control. Kendall. Lisa, hey Papa, have you always given no fucks or was it a process? Everything's a process. I'm trying to think. No, I wouldn't say I think yes, I've always given no fucks, but it wasn't as forthcoming. It wasn't as blatant. Internally, I didn't. And I realized because I used to fight that mentality with myself. Like when it came to like school, when I was in high school, it's like it was always like the minimum. Like I got decent grades because I never really tried. And I know that it wasn't because like, oh, this is back when like you did decent grades, that was like the judge of your character. But I just wasn't interested in school. Like when I went back for a couple times because I thought about going to med school, I thought about this, and I aced organic chem, and I aced it because I actually cared and I fucking worked my ass off. I just realized, I just didn't care about school. And then with all these kind of groups, like I was never really part of like a clique in high school. Like, I was kind of always like in between. I was kind of always a part of like a bunch of different realms. So I just don't like mob mentalities. It happens all the time. People need to think for themselves. And when you watch too much shit and you listen to too much stuff and you like feed yourself with nonsense rather than feeding yourself with things that help you think and process for yourself, and people need like alone time and free thought time and creative time, you just start thinking the way everyone else thinks. And that's very dangerous. That's part of it too. I'm an older soul. As you get older, you give in less and less fucks. I agree. All right, fam. Excellent. Let's give away the Swole card because I'm hungry and we've been rocking for a while. Again, this is part 2. Some good questions, good conversation, some good shit. Good shit today, fam. Do more with less. Let's give this Swole card away, shall we, beaches? Nice chill Sunday. Nice chill Sunday. Oh, bingo. How appropriate. Cerny, congratulations.
Congratulations!
My dear. As if you don't deserve it anyway. Congratulations, Cerny. You have won today's Swole card. Dun, dun, dun. Everyone say congratulations, Cerny. Oh, so awesome. So awesome. I love it. I love the serendipity. Congratulations, Cerny. Thank you also for all the support this week. But yeah, so fitting. So do more with less. Cerny, I'm sure you know the deal. Send us that email to support@swolenormous.com. Swolecard 1521 in the subject and your mailing address. We'll get that over to you. We'll give that over to you. I guess those super chats pay. Well, you can't buy a Swole card. Can't buy it. Well, if you drop the hashtag, you can win. You drop the hashtag, you can win. Oh, thank you, Lola. Papa's voice is so soothing when he's talking to us versus when he makes a video of the face fuckers. I was in a peaceful place during this podcast. We should have those at night. Papa Swolio after dark. Well, thank you, Lola. I appreciate it. Yeah, today was super chill. Super chill. Anyway, congratulations, Cerny. Send us the email, 41521. Congratulations. And the Swole card, Tess Hornaday, not included. Let's see. A couple updates. I need to add this to the events page. So we got accountability meeting tomorrow, 12 noon Eastern time. And make sure that you are there. We'll get some new releases and the announcements there. So 12 noon, and we'll be releasing stuff throughout the day tomorrow. But of course, we'll be announcing what does get released this week. So that's exciting. And yeah. Cerny, you want to give it to Will? Well, Cerny, you can send us the email. You want to give it to Will? Send us the email. If you want to gift it, send us the email. We can discuss it. That's all good. Make sure you subscribe here for some more Extra Thirsty. I got some Extra Thirsty coming real soon. Maybe another one tonight. So make sure that you check in. Again, tomorrow, 12 noon Eastern time, accountability meeting. We'll go over the new stuff that's releasing this week, the new classes, new cool shit. So on the hush hush, and we'll go over some great stories and successes, answer any questions that you have. And we'll be back here for the public. If you want to learn more about joining Swolenormous X, you can join for less than $3. You get access to the private group and all the stuff for the accountability meetings and Swole TV. So you can learn more at swolenormousx.com. And we'll be back here for the live stream on Tuesday for 1523. So tomorrow's 1522 will be the accountability meeting for members only. So thank you so much, fam, for joining me for episode 1521 of the most muscular Swolecast, Beardcast, Broadcast, Gaincast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleazecast, and Slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. See you tomorrow, fam, for the accountability meeting. Peace, McGee's, deuce, magoose, ya boy, Papa Swolio. Out.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they can't laugh and they so mad, it's like
Then yeah, I found that young